Hi kids, so this is question number 12 on your straight line graphs past paper question pack. Let's jump straight into it. So you've got a diagram here, and then it says find the equation of the line that passes through C. So it passes through this point and is perpendicular to AB, which is the line here. So we straight away have to remember the fact that the gradients of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals. So the plan, because there's always a plan, is to work out the gradient of AB, then work out the gradient of the perpendicular line to AB, and we'll take it from there. So if I want to work out the M, I'm going to call it, of AB, I'm going to have to do difference in Y over difference in X. I know it doesn't really have points here like written out fully, but from the coordinates or from the drawing we can say that this point is 0, 4 and that this point is -2, 0. So I'm going to do I don't know, B's minus A's, let's say. So I'm going to start with Y, so difference in Y, so 4 take away 0 over 0 minus -2, so that's going to be equal to 4 over +2, which simplifies to 2, and it makes sense because it's a positive line going up. So I think I'm okay. I'm happy that I got the right gradient for AB. Now, the line that's perpendicular to AB would have the gradient, so I'm going to say M of the perpendicular. That's the sign for perpendicular. The gradient of the perpendicular is the negative reciprocal of 2. So I flip 2 and I get 1 over 2 and I put a minus in front. So the final gradient of the perpendicular is -1/2. Also a condition for this line is that it needs to pass through C. So this means I'm going to use the coordinates of point C. So I'm going to use this X and this Y to put back in my Y equals 2mx plus C. So I'm going to start, because I already have like the beginning of a list here. So I know that the gradient is -1/2, the X is 5, and Y is -1, because these are the coordinates of point C. Now I can start substituting. So I'm going to say -1 equals to -1/2 times 5 add C. -1/2 times 5 is -2.5 plus C. So if I add 2.5 to both sides, I'm going to get that C is equal to 1.5, also known as, let's say, 3 over 2. If you want to give it as a fraction, which I think is the answer in your mark scheme, but any equivalent should be acceptable. So I'm ready to give the final answer now for this perpendicular to AB that passes through C. So Y equals 2. I know the gradient. It's one of the first things that I worked out, and it's -1/2. Stick an X to it, and then I know the intercept is positive, so it's +3 over 2. And there you go. That's your final answer for this one. I'll see you shortly for question number 13. Bye.